All right. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Inside Franklin Athletics, Coronavirus Edition Part 1. We do not know how
Quarantine.
we do not know how many editions of this we will have to have, but we know that you out there are clamoring for content, and we are going to bring it to you.
There's
So
only
don't
so many times you can rewatch Friends, people,
absolutely.
and we're here
Now,
for you.
there is not so many times that you can watch Back to the Future because
No,
that
absolutely not.
number does not exist.
It does not.
But
The limit does not exist on that.
yes, friends, you can. So I am Brian Powers. I am here with Chaz Hill.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going, Chaz?
Hunkering down, buying the essentials,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just making sure I can survive. There's horrible, horrible apocalypse. Everything's fine. Everything's fine so far. Nothing too crazy yet.
It's weird because I was thinking about it and we were talking about it yesterday, and I was like, well, it probably won't really hit until tomorrow. And then I started thinking it's like they're talking about a 8-week
I saw that.
shutdown or
Yeah.
something. I'm like, gosh, like after 5 weeks, I'm just gonna
Mhm.
be like, oh my
I'll be
gosh,
sitting in the corner in the fetal position. Like, I need
yes,
sports. Need
yes.
something.
Oh, I need.
And
I
did you
started.
see today, Governor Holcomb came out and said that they're shutting down restaurants and bars in
Yeah, I
India.
know. I know.
So,
That's crazy. We don't really go out to eat very much, so it's not that big of a deal. But
mhm.
we have started. My wife and I have started. We're going to start the Daniel fast. So it's like basically it's like vegan and no sugar. And so we
Ooh,
started that today. So it's
yeah.
10 days. So we can do
No,
that.
that's not bad.
Yeah, but I ask me in 2 days how it is. It's gonna be totally different. So I made the mistake last night of watching the starting to watch the one shining moments from all the college basketball teams that they put out,
I
and
can't do it to myself. I
that
can't do
was
it.
that was too much. I also started, and you're gonna have to help me out with this. It started getting in my head. Like I started getting in my head, what is the Indy 500? What's going to happen with that?
I don't. Yeah, I know. That's a big mystery. I hope it doesn't stretch to that point. I hope that once we get into the summertime, it kind of eases up. But the NBA is not talking about they're going to go on like 3 months. They won't come back until June.
Yeah, at the earliest, and there's going to be no fans.
I know. I would not if they do it. I don't think they'll cancel it, but everything else is getting canceled at this point. If you would have asked me this question like a week and a half ago, I would have said, maybe they'll just do it with no spectators and just run the race. But at this point,
I don't know.
it's unpredictable.
If well, Bill Simmons, I was listening to his podcast this morning. He was talking about how he thought that the NBA season, it was looking more and more likely that it was going to get canceled. So I don't know. It's crazy, crazy stuff here. But
Unprecedented.
if they cancel the Indy 500, I will
I'll
cry.
cry. I'll cry.
I will cry. There will
I've
be.
gone every year since I can like cognitively remember being
What's
a
your
little
favorite?
kid.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite one ever.
Yeah, that you've been to.
That's a good question. Just like reflectively looking back, the year that Dan Weldon won
Oh,
is pretty awesome. I mean, I liked him, before everything that horrible happened or whatever,
right.
but just now kind of looking back, like that was pretty special, knowing that I was there for that. I'm pretty sure
So
it was the same car that he wrecked in,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that car is
So
still there.
those were my seats. Those had been my seats for like 5 years. I sat in turn four, right in
Hmm.
turn four, and right when Hildebrand started to come around,
Hmm.
right when he like started that, I just said, "Oh, he's gonna wreck," because I
Hmm.
had seen that for. I'd been sitting in those seats for like 5 years, and I had seen like too many wrecks of that, so I knew that that was a potential of what was going to happen. So, yeah. Can we lose you?
I hear you. Are you back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, all right. I'm there for a second.
So, all right. So you went to Benjamin's today.
I did. I did go to Benjamin's today. I frequent Benjamin's sometimes. My best friend from college is the new owner of Benjamin's.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was my roommate for like 3 years. Evan Watkins, good guy, and he owns it now. So I go there frequently.
So do you think Benjamin's would be interested in sponsoring us?
That's definitely something that could be a potential.
And by sponsoring, I mean we just say they're our sponsor.
Yeah, there's no money involved.
Maybe like they give us free coffee I can give to my parents.
Yeah, I'll take a free strawberry lemonade. Yeah.
There we go. So you saw my dad.
Yes, I met the Elder Powers today, and wow, the resemblance was uncanny.
Yeah, well, we've got some similar mannerisms. That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess what kind of here's our plan for everyone who's, I'm sure, wondering and waiting with bated breath. We had someone lined up today, but I think there were some circumstances that got in the way of that. To have Noah Crow on here.
I'd be totally down for that.
So he is going to come on. He's interviewed a lot of people, and he has never been interviewed, so he's going to have to.
You have to turn the tables on him.
Yeah, he's going to be under the spotlight in the hot seat, if you will. We've got Bill Doty scheduled for Wednesday, the athletic director of FCHS, kind of talking about the look ahead and what they're planning on doing.
That's an interesting interview. That's what I'm going to be really interested in seeing what's going on, because I'm sure even between now and then it's going to change.
Yeah, I think we're going to know some more by then.
Yeah.
At least hopefully we know something.
Yeah.
So and then
I ran into some students at Benjamin's today when I was there, and a couple, track and field people. Drew Hargis was one of them I talked to, and just thinking about like how mad they would be if they didn't have a senior season, and like how it could impact college scholarships, because he's thinking about running track somewhere, and not have that senior season would be, I think, pretty impactful on those kids. So that was something that we talked about today. So I saw today, there's a lot of colleges that are just totally going to straight e-learning for the whole rest of their semester. So that's a whole lot of stuff that we need to figure out as a state and as a school in terms of what we're doing, because these kids are kind of just waiting around wondering what the heck they're going to do. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I think even the kids who aren't thinking about running or participating in sport in college, it's just their last hurrah, and what they're planning on doing. That's going to be something that is, you got to feel for kids who are playing, baseball, for instance, or softball, and they're not going to do it anymore, but they're doing it now. Just they love it, and this is kind of their last chance, and it's potentially getting taken away from them and out of their control. Totally. Anyone. I mean, it's definitely unfortunate. So, you still there?
I hear you, but you're frozen.
Okay, you are frozen as well. So, but we'll just keep talking. So
don't respond, then I can't hear you.
So on Thursday we have potentially my brother is going.
Double powers.
So yeah, so we have him. He's going to talk about, because I don't know. See, he's kind of quiet on his running career, so I don't think people understand what his running and everything. So we'll talk about that and coaching.
Interested to hear about it.
And then on Friday, potentially, we have Steve Ahaus, Mr. Ahaus, the principal. So
That's a big time interview right there. Are we ready?
We're pulling a lot of strings for that, and so we called in a couple favors.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
It's a big ticket get right there.
Yeah. So we're going to end the week on that, so people can kind of go through the weekend, and we can really get the numbers up on the podcast.
Is Dr. C on the itinerary for next week?
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Would.
I actually may ask him. I follow Pro Football Commenter on Twitter.
Yeah, I do.
He always asks people, he's like, care to come on the pod and discuss it? And that's, I feel like, what I'm going to be in the next few weeks. Just be like,
reply to one of his PSA announcement videos.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. C, you want to come on our podcast?
Want to come on the pod?
He's a big IU basketball fan, so he's
I'm back. There we are. I think. Oh, I can't hear you.
Mr. A House on Friday. Did you know, Chaz, he was a coach as well?
I heard that, but I don't remember what sport he coached.
He coached cross country and track. So
okay, all right.
Do that. And then as far as next week goes, because we're in next week too.
We are. We're in it.
We are. I don't know. What should we do? Should we ask for help? Should we plead right now?
We need content guests.
Anyone who is listening to this, if you would like to come on our podcast and talk about athletics, talk about sports, you're like, I'm just a sports fan, but I want to talk about this. You're like, I don't really like sports at all, but I just want to talk about my coronavirus escape. Come on. Because
I am starting a Twitter thread of movies that I'm catching up on now that I have all this time to watch them all. So,
what's the first one?
Well, coincidentally, the first one yesterday was March 15th. So there's a movie called The Ides of March that has George Clooney and Ryan Gosling in it. Yeah, I've never seen before. It's like a political thriller about elections and stuff. It was really good. I watched that yesterday. It was really good.
What's on the docket for today?
Ooh, I don't know yet. I don't know. There's so many. I do have a lot of movies that I've purchased that I haven't watched yet because I'm insane and a psychopath. So,
have you seen The Irishman?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I just don't have that kind of time.
It might. You can watch it as like a broken up Netflix series. Just it's like 3.5 hours long. But I'll tell you what, if you start it, you won't want to stop. Like it's that good, and it doesn't feel like it's 3.5 hours long.
I think I may wait until like the middle of April when we're still locked in, and we'll it's like April 18th. I'm just like, I just wake up and I'm like crying. I can't leave my house. Now I think, are we going to be able to like go outside and like run? I'm going to run. I don't care.
I think so. As long as it's not like a marathon when you're running with 50 people, I think we'll be fine.
Well, so I hadn't been running as much recently. I was doing weights and stuff, which obviously,
of course,
and
yes.
I started running more recently because one of my friends told me he had a bid for the mini for me, and he said, "Well, you got to do all right." And so I was like, "Well, I need to start running again." So I started running. But then with this thing yesterday where they said, you know, things with over 200 people they couldn't have for the next 8 weeks or something. Well, that's mini. So my wife last night, she was like, "Hey, are you going to set your alarm and go run?" And I started thinking, I was like, I don't know why I would, but
no point. It's just running for nothing.
But I did get up because
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. It's you can just, stay in shape. You can do a couple jumping jacks in your room and 10 pushes. And just like you still got those muscles popping out. I can't. I'm just getting a little bit older. It's getting a little bit harder to get back into shape.
Oh, no, you're not getting older. No.
We're all getting older, Chaz.
True. It's a scientific fact.
Every day. And every day you have to just appreciate the day, and you have to do all that you can. And then some days you're stuck in your house for weeks at a time. You can't
We're slowly going insane. Help.
Hey, everybody, help me.
It's only day 3.
It's really not even day 3. It's like day 1 because the first couple days were the weekend.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
We're great.
I wonder how many days in a row I can eat a ham sandwich for lunch, because that's like my go-to if I'm home and I need to.
That's what I eat every day. That's what I eat every day at school.
Exactly. I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah.
All restaurants are closed. They're closing all restaurants. You can only get takeout now.
You
can't go and eat anywhere.
You're gonna have to figure out something on your own to cook. So.
I can only cook chicken and rice, and that's it. I can't cook anything else.
Solid. Just throw some different seasoning on it each day. It's like a different meal.
Getting different sauce.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce one day, ketchup the next day, ketchup and mayonnaise, barbecue sauce and mayonnaise. And you want to join us? Oh, there he is. You're back.
I'm back.
All right.
I don't know why our connection's so bad. I'm literally, my router is like right there.
Yeah, mine's right across from me, so I don't know what it is.
That makes no sense.
All right. Well, so yeah, next couple weeks, if you're out there, if you're an athlete, student athlete, or if you're just a student and you're just listening, or actually, if you're a former Franklin student athlete and you want to come and join us and talk about your teams of the past,
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
anything like that, I know I've thought about doing that. So some guys I know are out there. If you want to talk about your experiences and everything, then let us know. We'd love to have you on the podcast because I don't know. I don't really mind doing this every day or 3 or 4 times a week.
I can see another person's face and know that the world hasn't collapsed yet.
Nice. It's nice.
Another thing we could talk about, they're still doing the NFL draft. The Colts need to figure out what we're doing. We need to figure out if we're signing a quarterback. I'd love to talk to people if you're Colts fans. We need to figure out what the next season for the Colts looks like, because it's a big mystery.
Do you think we could just send out like a link to the video and then see how many people we could get on here?
Oh God, it'd be chaos, but I'd love it. It'd be absolute chaos.
Maybe that's what we're gonna do the day after I watch The Irishman. After I wake up in tears in the middle of April, May 1st, if we're still out, we're having a free for all. Then I'm gonna send the link to everyone. Now I think with this subscription I can get like 100 people on at a time. But
that's plenty. That's 100
people. It's just everyone talking and just see, hey, everybody, give me your sports opinions right now.
Now.
So, all right. Well, that sounds good. I think we'll call this one a pod, and hopefully it'll get up pretty soon, but who knows? So, all right. Well, we will see you tomorrow, everybody out there in podcast land. We will have Noah Crow, so it'll be a special crossover edition of Inside Franklin Athletics mixed with Crow's Nest. So we will see you.
That's a heck of a crossover right there.
Great one.
Almost as good as the Avengers. Almost.
I've never seen that, so I'm just.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. You're the one person on the planet that didn't watch it. Nice.
So
that was
all right.
a joke. And you ruined it. You ruined it.
What
unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're laughing at you through the screens right now. I can see it.
Well, I'm going to cut it off. We'll see you guys later.